Hi guys, Andrews from transformingadhd.com here. If you're struggling with, or if your child is struggling with low self-esteem, low self-worth, then keep watching. Because today we're going to talk about how you can build self-esteem, how you can build self-worth in a matter of minutes. The client case today is a woman in her 30s, but it could be anybody really. It could be a woman in her 60s, it could be a child of 12, 15, 18, whatever. This is important to everybody. We do this to lower our self-esteem, and what I can teach you today can help you build self-esteem. So this woman in her 30s, she had low self-esteem, low self-worth, and it affected pretty much every aspect of her life. It affected her relationships, it affected her work situation, it affected her belief in her cognitive abilities and her executive functioning, it affected her academic performance, and I think most of all it affected her happiness level, because she kept thinking of herself as stupid and wrong and not worthy of anybody or anything. So this was draining in all aspects of her life. Stereotypically, you can remember in two ways. You can remember something as if you were back in that event, that memory. So you have the memory, it's powerful, you get all the emotional feedback from being in that memory. You probably have a lot of good memories like that and a lot of bad memories like that. And the other way of looking at memories or remembering things is dissociated, where you have kind of the memory out in front of you or somewhere else, where you kind of you're distanced, you have distanced yourself from the memory so that you can relate to it, but you're not in it, so you don't get the emotional feedback or the emotional response to that memory. These are two powerful ways of remembering things. Now, stereotypically, very positive people remember all their positive memories as if they're back in the memory, and all their bad memories as if they are at a distance, like it doesn't really matter that much. On the other hand, pessimistic people will remember all their bad memories as if they're back in that memory, and all their good memories at a distance, like they don't really matter much. So this is the stereotypical way of looking at that. It's a lot more varied than this. But the thing is, most often if you have low self-esteem, what is happening is that you have a series of memories that kind of are lumped together in your mind in a way that supports, kind of is used as evidence in your mind to support one specific view of yourself, one specific way to look at you as a person. So this could be, I am a failure. I know this because of all these memories. So we call this a database of memories. You could call it a pile or a lump or whatever. Basically, it's a series of memories that kind of evidence that you are something specific. This could be I'm a failure, this could be I'm stupid, this could be I'm not worthy, this could be I don't work in, I'm bad at relationships. Whatever it is, there's some kind of database of memories that support this way of thinking about yourself. So what happens is that if you have another experience, if this is I am a failure, and you do something that's just awesome and it works well, your subconscious mind looks at this memory and goes, is this about me? No, it's not. And gone it is. It's not really gone. It's somewhere in that vast subconscious mind of yours. But it's not supporting this way of looking at you. So this database is really hard to kind of break, because every time you have another kind of memory that supports another look at you, it gets discarded because it's not in the database. It doesn't fit the database. Now, if you have a memory that supports you being a failure, it's like adding that one to the database. Until today, you haven't decided yourself what you want it to put in the database. Your mind has done this based on traumatic experiences and a lot of other factors in your life. Now you can decide to build a different database, and that's what I did with this woman. Or what I invited her to do was find a memory that supported a different view of herself than the one she had explained of being a failure. And she was like, I don't think there are any. And I prompted her to find the smallest thing she could possibly find that supported that she was functional in the world even, or a good person or something. And she couldn't find anything. There was nothing. And I realized that maybe she's looking too high, too big. So an example of what I would like you to look for could be, I opened the door for other people, or I carried the old woman's bag, or something like that. So ordinarily just kind or good that it's hard to dismiss. And it's small, but it works. And she could find one of those, sure. I asked her to go back into that memory and notice how she felt in that memory. How does that feel? Well, that was really nice, being that kind of person for a second at least. Then I asked her to hold on to that memory and then find another memory, maybe just a small, that supported that other view of herself as a kind or a good person, a worthy person. And she could find one more. And she found that, went back into that situation and experienced, like kind of re-experienced how she felt about the situation and herself. And now she's holding on to 2 memories. And we did this again. She found another one, a little bit bigger. So suddenly they started appearing. Those memories that had been tossed aside in the subconscious mind were kind of creeping back in, going, hey, I'm here also. So she started collecting a 3rd and a 4th and a 5th memory. And by the time she had 5 memories, she was like, oh my God, I'm not a failure. I am this too. I am maybe even this more. And suddenly when she realized this, the memories just started pouring in. Her giving gifts to people and caring about it. Her doing random tasks for other people. Her doing stuff for herself that supported her being worthy. Now, suddenly this database just grew and grew and grew. And while that happened, I asked her, while this is happening, what's happening to that other database? And she's like, well, it's kind of fading. It's not my choice. It was never my choice to put it there. So now I can just kind of let it go and build this new worthiness database and set of memories that I feel so good about. And when she walked in the door, she was more like this. And when she walked out the door, she was like this. The physical changes in her body and her face and everything just changed. So this changed how she did everything in her life. Sometimes just in the subtleties, other times like letting go of abusive boyfriends, stuff like that. So the databases, the self-concepts, if you will, the view of oneself are very context specific. So one can be about work, another one can be about graciousness, another one can be about relationships. Sometimes you get the one that's about everything. So what would I like you to take away from this? I'd love for you to just do this exercise with yourself and kind of imagine what it is that's going on in there. What is it that supports you being not worthy? What crap situation is that? It's just your subconscious mind that built this database with a goal in mind, with a positive intention years ago, and it's not working for you, so you can rebuild it. The thing is, your subconscious mind will not rebuild it on its own. It kind of sticks to the strategies that it developed years ago. But if you consciously kind of dig into the subconscious, bring it up in your conscious mind, then you can change it so easily. Now go do this exercise if you think it's interesting. If you have a child, if you have a teenage child, show him, show her this video also, because they can do it so fast. If you have a child that's younger than a teenage child, there may be some more issues that you'd have to work through because they might not find it interesting or relevant or whatnot. But you can do this outside of their minds so that you build a whiteboard full of photos and images that support them being a specific child that they want to be, that you want them to grow into. And that would be the easy way to kind of build it around them so they can build it into their subconscious mind. If you found this video inspiring, please go ahead and subscribe, give it a thumbs up right below the video, and head over, if you want more info like this, to transformingadhd.com, and I'll see you there.